Sawadee krap! Welcome to PHUKET XTRA, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. I'm JP Mestanza, your host, and it's Friday, December 13th, meaning the latest edition of the Phuket News is released. Grab your copy at any one of 600 locations around the island. Now let's start with our top story. A 27-year-old woman is now sitting in a jail in Phang Nga, north of Phuket, after confessing to stealing a 2-day-old baby girl from Tha Kwapa Hospital on Tuesday. CCTV cameras caught the woman, named Sriwalak, walking into Tha Kwapa Hospital with a hijab on, taking the baby from the room and walking out to a waiting motorbike taxi driver. Police tracked down the woman at her home in Klok Loi yesterday to arrest her. During her confession, she told police that she only put the hijab on so no one would recognize her, and that she had a miscarriage months ago, but she didn't tell her husband, so she went to the hospital to pick a baby up and pass it off as her own, even going so far as to telling her husband to pick up baby clothes. Sriwalak is now facing up to 15 years if found guilty of the charges. Meanwhile, the baby girl has been safely returned to her mother. Phuket transport officials will now reward motorists who report road violations on the island's roads by giving nearly 50% of the fines issued. Phuket Land Transport Chief Banyakanta announced the new measure on Tuesday, explaining it's all meant to jointly create discipline on the roads and safe driving behaviors. Under the new measure, anyone can report road violations to the transport office hotline or by email. And if they have evidence like images or video clips with clear time, place, and date of the accident, the informer can receive about 50% of any fines issued. Tips can be sent to the PLTO hotline at 1584. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Doctors at Vashira Phuket Hospital are treating two 10-year-old boys, both of whom sustained serious head injuries during a motorbike collision last night in Kathu's Wichit Songkram Road. One of them remains in the ICU. Both 10-year-old boys were on one motorbike not wearing helmets when they collided with a pickup truck that was parked on the side of the busy Wichit Songkram Road in Kathu last night at about 8:30 p.m. The boy who was driving the motorbike could barely talk after the accident, and he remains in critical condition in the ICU. But the boy who was sitting passenger on the motorbike, he's conscious and responsive at the hospital. The parents of the boys were notified by police, who say they will wait until they recover before questioning them. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. PHUKET XTRA, right back after this. Welcome back to PHUKET XTRA. Divers are now being included in the search efforts to locate missing kayak couple 26-year-old Polish tourist Mateusz Juszkiewicz and 23-year-old Thai national Wedakan Sri Prakon as the search continues. Relatives of Miss Wedakan were on the boat that took a team of divers to the waters off Yanui Beach as they were deployed at Koh Mun in the hopes of finding the missing pair. The move to use divers yesterday began after Phuket Vice Governor Na Nongkai confirmed that the search was to shift focus to shorelines along Phuket and also nearby islands. The pair went missing last Saturday afternoon when they failed to come back to shore with their group of friends while kayaking off Yanui Beach. Anyone with information that could lead to the missing couple are urged to contact tourist police by calling the 24-hour hotline 1155. Lifeguards at Nai Harn Beach are urging swimmers to beware of the strong rip currents that have formed circular funnels trapping swimmers in a large eddy off the beach. The phenomenon was first noticed on Tuesday when several swimmers were caught by the circular current at the northern end of Nai Harn Beach. Yesterday, the phenomenon was closer to the southern end. People are being urged to only swim where the red and yellow flags are posted and stay away from the red flagged areas. Fishing groups from 22 coastal provinces yesterday vowed to gather in Bangkok for a mass rally to pressure the government into relaxing laws and regulations they say are threatening their livelihoods. The protesters will rally outside the Agriculture and Co-ops Ministry until January 15th, they say, or until their demands are met with a firm promise of remedies for affected parties, according to the president of the National Fisheries Association of Thailand, who went on to say that if the government refuses to respond, they should at least buy all of their fishing equipment and trawlers since they won't be able to work, according to them. This is not the first time they've threatened the mass protests, as the Agriculture and Co-ops Ministry has already complied with 8 of the fishermen's 11 demands, with officials saying that the rest of the demands have to be done by other state agencies. Over the past 5 years, state agencies in Thailand have rolled out new regulations that affect the fishing sector severely, seeing their operating costs soar, while prices fetched by their catch have fallen as imported fish floods the local market. And it was all sparked years ago when the EU threatened to stop importing Thailand seafood if they didn't fix the problems with unregulated, illegal, and unreporting fishing practices. And that's it for Phuket Extra today, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit pvcphuket.com. From all of us here at the Phuket News Center, thank you for watching, and be sure to stay up to date at thephuket.news.com. We'll be back on Monday with all the news you missed over the weekend. And until then, stay classy, Phuket.